Hello! I know, there's like a tree shadow on my face. You'll live. I have been challenged by Black Pack Homestead. Chris and Miranda. Or is it Miranda and Chris? But that's the channel. I'll put links below. And I printed everything up so we can go through the 40 questions YouTube challenge, the get to know me better thingamajig that is apparently going around. I've never done one of these before, so thank you, Blackpack, for being the first person to not only tag me, but like come and let me know, because maybe somebody's tagged me before and I just didn't realize. I'm not aware. I'm clueless, sorry. So I have this list of things, and I have you on a lower quality recording device because then we don't time out. Because I still don't have that working on that. And I got you set up so that you can see the lovely river behind me, blah blah blah. But unfortunately, the angle that the sun is, if I'm not just going to be a backlit silhouette, we got a lot of industrial hoopla back there. Maybe this would be better. I don't know. I'm kind of sitting on a log too, so there's that. So I have this list, and the first one is, do you like blue cheese? And yes, I love it. Coke or Pepsi? I will drink free pop. I never buy pop, but if it's at, oh, hi, I'm from Pittsburgh. We call it pop here. If I think back to what I like more, it's Coke. But really, if I'm going to pick a pop for a party or something like that, then the answer is Dr. Pepper. Not that I drink any of it, honestly. I have coffee, tea, milk, and water at my house. That's it. Are you in a relationship? Nope. Whiskey, tequila, or vodka. This is going to be the first out of this listing where I'm mentioning a food problem that I have. It's called celiac. It means I can't have gluten, which is in wheat, barley, and rye, as well as some weird little additives. And I gotta say vodka because they very clearly state what makes it. I do like tequila. I have to do so much research to figure out if I can drink a drink or not. I know some people who have celiacs go ahead and drink whatever grain alcohol because they think it's so processed. But for me, I do not metabolize it well, and I just stay drunk for a really long time, so I try and avoid the stuff. Yeah. Hot dog or cheeseburgers? Definitely cheeseburger. I like cheeseburgers. Favorite food? Ooh, I forgot that this one was in here. My favorite cuisine is definitely Indian food. I can eat almost everything as long as there's no naan in it, which is the little like pita bread thing, but it's not actually pita bread. It just looks like a pita bread. And out of that, the spinach dish called saag paneer specifically. What do I drink in the morning? Usually coffee, but if I'm trying to take a caffeine reduction day, then I'll have tea. I don't drink as much tea. Sometimes tea makes me feel a little bit nauseous, so I just don't. But I am definitely fully dependent on caffeine, at least a little bit. Oops. Can I do 100 push-ups? No, and I haven't tested it recently, but I'm not even convinced I can do one or two. And I'm not going to do it for the video purpose, sorry. What is my favorite season? I like temperature extremes. I love winter, and I love summer. The in-between, unless it's a day like this where it's beautiful. What are we at, like 65 degrees Fahrenheit, it's sunny, I'm sleeveless, it's fall, the colors are gorgeous, but in general I like it either really hot or really cold. We don't get a proper winter anymore, which is a bummer because my favorite thing is cross-country skiing. And then, yeah, so I can't do that as much now because we don't get good snow anymore. What's my favorite hobby? Oh, I just answered it. Cross-country skiing. And if we do get good snow, then you and I will go on a trip together. and we'll go skiing together over the winter. But we'll see what happens, huh? And let's see what else. Do I have any tattoos? No. I've thought about several of them, but it's just never been a priority for me. I'm also afraid I'll pick it because I like picket things, and I don't know as if I'd let it heal. You know, like I'm sure it's fine once it's healed because they feel just normal, but I'm nervous, I guess, that I would not let it heal right. So that's part of that. Do I wear glasses? Moving on. Oh, that felt weird. Actually, no, there's something to say about the glasses. These I've had since I was 13, and then I think that's right. My brother needed them at 5, and then my younger than that brother needed them at like 8 months. He was like the plastic glasses kid, you know, and they were like Coke bottles already. So he's like technically legally blind, but he can see fine with his glasses. He's okay. My middle brother, we discovered he needed glasses because I handed him my glasses when he was 5, because he couldn't see that we were up visiting my grandfather in New York, and there was a tall mast ship in the harbor, or whatever they call it. I don't know if it's called a harbor or just like the docks or whatever. And there were people walking across the masts, and we were showing him, trying to show him, and he's like, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it. By the way, sorry about the city noises. And so eventually, I was like, I'm 9 years older than him, so I guess I was 15, 16. Popped my glasses off my face, put these on, and then he was like, oh, there are! And so then, before he even started kindergarten, he had glasses, because he knew a lot sooner that he needed them. I then later ended up getting double up, double in prisms, which helps me a lot with some of the reading problems I had. There were always glowing lights around letters, and like this little light would snake between everything. And the double prisms, as weird as they are, it helps that so much. Also, in the process of talking about them, I got something on them. Now I can't see out the sun too. Continuing. All right. Glasses. Where was that? Yes. All right. Do I have any phobias? I have one that's really inconvenient for what I do. Chainsaws make me incredibly nervous. I used to be afraid of needles. I got through that. There's a treatment type called EMDR. It's a rapid eye movement, like brain reprogramming thing, and that helped me get over needles, which is good because I really needed the allergy shots. But I have not applied that to chainsaws, and I am terrified of them. Maybe if I did a safety class or something. I know that our Park Services offers them every year, so maybe I could get over that. But that's actually a really inconvenient one for me right now. Nicknames. I love that on YouTube everybody calls me Cliffside. That makes me so happy. And then in my real life, I don't prefer people to use nicknames, but a lot of people do call me Joe, and that's fine. That's if you don't know me too well, that's fine. Or if it's going out on a public, because I actually have a pretty rare name, and you could actually come and find me based off of it. So that's a personal life kind of thing. All right. So then, what's next? My favorite candy are those. Hasbro makes them. They're the gummy raspberry and blackberry packs. They're gummy candies, but then they're covered in little tiny balls of sugar. Then they're colored. They're either red or like a black-blue, and they're shaped like raspberries and blackberries, and I just love those. They're getting harder and harder to find. But I also have a massive sweet tooth. Like, I don't have a whole lot of self-control when it comes to sweets, my bad. Oops. Do I believe in ghosts? Oh, yes. And you know what? I have some crazy stories. I don't know as if they fit to this channel, though, but, if you really, really want them, let me know. What's my biggest downfall? I was talking about this in a video earlier today. It is that I am not good at technology. It's not a skill set that I'm particularly in, And I seem to end up with the strangest problems. Like, I don't know how I stumble on it, but even my, like, this is my job is technology type of friends. It's not my job. It's my friends that are trying to give me advice. A lot of times they can't help me, which is crazy, isn't it, though? Can we angle this again a little bit? Let's do it. Change the view just a tiny bit. Oh, sorry for it being wobbly. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so I have friends that it's completely and utterly their job. Oh, that's so weird having a shadow across my face. Can I sit up taller? I'm so tall. You can see the ligaments in my neck. That's how tall I am. Okay, that'll work. That'll work, and that'll work. Great. Whew. So, yeah, I think my biggest impediment, they say biggest downfall, my biggest impediment is that I struggle so much with technology, and I just pick the podunkiest, backwaterist way to get around my troubles, and I'm just like, oh, that'll do, and I move on. And I think if I were a little bit less averse to new technology and a little bit, if I had an easier time learning it still, then I would probably be able to get a lot farther with all of this. But, slow and steady. Does it win the race? I don't know. We'll find out. Snow. The question is snow or rain. I'm not even going to finish the question. Snow. Let me ski. I want to ski. It's so hard to ski these days. Do I have any piercings? Maybe. Possibly. You can see the river through my ear. Ha! You really can. Yes, I have piercings. Those are the only two, though, or three. I have the nose and both ears, but that's it. Age 39, born 1981. It's a good age to be. I am one of those people that no one thinks I'm that age. Everyone seems to still think I'm super young, and you know what? People say I should love it, but I don't. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I don't love it because I really think that it's hurt my career, like in the real world career. People think I'm less experienced in my work than I am. People take my opinions less seriously, like I'm a kid. This is so annoying. I shouldn't have moved it. It was fine the way it was. Here we go. We'll try this. I don't know. Plus the sun's moving, so the shadows are going to get deeper. Yeah. So, and you can say, well, that means you have good genes. Not really. I mean, my dad, if I'm anything like my parents, I will go from looking like a child to at age 60 suddenly looking like I'm 80 or 90. Like there'll be a hard break at some point and I'll just become looking ancient, so it's fine though, I don't care. French fries or onion rings. I love onion rings. With celiacs though, it's hard to find onion rings that I can eat because they're more common to have a breading, and the breading usually has at least some wheat in it, and celiacs you can't have wheat. But like a few times that I have tracked down onion rings that I can eat, oh, they're so good. And they always were my favorite, like even before. Yeah, kids, nope. And kids aren't for everybody, and for me, they are not for me. I am so glad I don't have children. Favorite color? Definitely orange. I do some steampunk off and on, at least on occasion, and I love my steampunk stuff. I started loving orange because of my the origin story of my first steampunk costume. I got a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but a decent amount of the neatest fabric out of my grandmother's collection. She passed away in '83. Grandpa didn't touch anything, and then when he passed away in 2010, I got all of her fabric collection just about, and there was this one fleur-de-lis pattern that was just perfect for costuming. I think it was meant for hideous 70s pillows, but it does so much better. It's like a weird corset thing and spats, and oh, I love it. And that was when I started theming my whole costume on just orange and blues and greens together, like all of it, and it just every unpleasant color of orange that you can think of, and the pleasant ones too, but like it all just kind of like it clashes and goes together at the same time. It's just a lot to take in. I love it. Anything orange at all. I'm crinkling this. All right, can you sing? I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Grow apple trees and honey bees and keep them company. Yes, no, I mean, if you look up the lyrics, I actually patched that together because I think the apple trees and honeybees go with where we are right now better than the rest of the lyrics out of that song. But like, be your own judge. Can I sing? Maybe a little bit. We probably started it a bit too high, but that's okay. Can I whistle? But I can't do the like get your attention whistle. It's okay. Where were you born? Pittsburgh? Somewhere over there you can actually see where I was born. As far as the actual building. Alright. Siblings, 2. We talked about them earlier when we were talking about glasses. 2 little brothers, 9 and 12 years younger than me, which is part of why I don't want kids. Like, I feel like I got forced into the situation of taking care of kids. That and my family, like, my family of origin is a train wreck and we're abusive and everything, so I just kind of I got put in charge of a lot, and I don't want to do it again. They're great, though. Love my siblings. Family of origin, maybe not so much, but the siblings, the cousins, the aunts and uncles, they're alright. They're alright. Can I cook? Yeah, I can cook. I learned from my grandma, on my mom's side. She's a mixed bag, too, but it's okay. I love the way that I learned to cook because it was off of, at least some of it was off of really old family recipes where, and it was a really low in, like, grandma's heritage was extreme poverty in frontier America, which was Pittsburgh back then. Frontier of the U.S. was Pittsburgh, was part of the frontier. We were here way early, and I learned to cook from her out of these old recipes where it would say things like, instead of cups measures, because they didn't have those, it was like, use the blue teacup heaping or level of the blue teacup, and 3 of those, or a medium-sized pile of flour. So the way that I learned to cook is very, very flexible as far as, like, I don't even measure things to bake. I just, like, I use my cup measures that I was given. Largely, I store them inside containers. Like, if I have a big, like, flour, I have one of those big flour Tupperwares, and there's just a cup measure in there, but I'm just scooping it out and then going, oh, well, how many eggs does that need? Like, and then I'll eyeball it, which is great when you have quail eggs, because it's never going to be exact. And then, oh, well, to get it the right liquid consistency, and it has enough protein to hold it together now, we'll add the liquid. And with being celiac, that was also great because I could make up a ton of recipes and stuff. I have an old blog I haven't touched in a really long time, but I have recipes out there and stuff. So yeah, I can cook all right. Lately, I've been lazy and just done everything in the skillet for a long time. This whole COVID thing and having to cook everything is, I don't like it. Where was I? Can I swim? Yeah, for 1 year I was on swim team, but I never did very good, and I kept getting sinus infections, because every time I'd get water up my nose, I'd get a sinus infection, so I quit. But I know all the strokes: butterfly, freestyle, backstroke. I float just fine. I know them, but I'm not fast or good, but I can swim. I'm a pretty strong swimmer, I think. Not fast, but, skill. I got the skill, at least. Just not a fast version of it. So when I'm tagging people, I'm actually going to give people an option on number 30, because the prescribed question is, are you religious? And with some of my friends, I don't think I want to out them on that. I would rather say, What's your family heritage? Am I religious? Yes, but I'm pagan. And if you're Christian, you might call me a witch. That's okay. So I will answer that question as prescribed, but I'm also going to throw out family heritage because I really like hearing, like, what's your background? I'm early immigrant German mixed up with early immigrant French, like colonizer style, mid 1700s frontier Pittsburgh. There is not any recent immigration in my heritage as far back as I know. And I know all lines at least to the late 1800s. So I'm in at least the Civil War as far as being here for all of my heritage to the U.S. So that's what I'm going to supplant that with for who I'm tagging, and you can pick which one you want. Shower or bath? I always do showers. Baths are a lot of work unless you're going to spend a lot of time in there. Big city or out in nature? Honestly, I'm going to say, do you have to choose? In Pittsburgh, you don't have to choose. Look at that. Look at those steep hills where there's nothing. Anything greater than a 20% grade, which is about like this, you're not allowed to build on here because it's too prone to landslide. So the edges of every hillside are wild. And then you get all of the amenities and safety as a trans person to be able to explore so much nature in this city, which I am getting a car, so we'll go explore more of it over the winter. It'll be fun. It'll give us a lot to do. There's even a sandbar down there to explore. There's like the riverfront and everything. Like it's gorgeous. So I don't feel like I have to choose. I get my safe city setting where it's legal for me to live and I'm not getting discriminated against in the workplace. I'm legally protected for gender presentation, for sexual orientation. Those safety items are really important. They equal staying alive. And at the same time, I get to explore as much wild edges. You don't get the dead silence, but you get the nature. You get a lot of nature, even in the center of the city. I'll have to show you around. Am I a good friend? I try to be. I have a temper sometimes. But, yeah, I try to be. I fell out of touch with a lot of people during all of this, so I don't know, maybe I'm not. You'd have to ask my actual friends. I might not be. I sure try to be. And I'm trying to improve, too. Have I ever broken a bone? Yes, I've torn more ligaments than I have broken bones. Although if you count that one right, this ring finger toe, if you count my childhood toe breaking, I'm pretty sure I broke it 5 times, but compound and hospital trip once, so I only had the x-ray on that once. And then I broke a bone in my wrist. I can't remember which one, when I was like 8, and that was hilarious because I don't know how it managed to be a break, and my parents and nobody believed me that it was broken or that I had to go to the hospital. Wow, we're getting so poor lighting at this point. Because I was sitting on a table and I decided in my high top sneakers, 80s, to early 90s maybe, it was 1989. I decided to try and stand on the basketball with my sneakers on. I could do it perfectly fine in bare feet, so I figured I'd try, because I was on top of dance mats. So I tried it, and I fell onto the dance mats, and I broke my wrist. It was just a hairline fracture, but yeah, I had to do one of those, like, clunkety casts and everything. But before I knew I had celiacs, when you can't absorb vitamin K, your ligaments get real brittle. And so I actually have had a lot more torn ligaments than broken bones, based on just various small things that have happened. Oh, and I broke this, the greater tuberosity on the upper arm bone, whatever that's called. But, like, it's a chunk of the shoulder connection of your arm bone. I was skiing and I fell expertly because I actually caught a rock under my skis and I just right down like that. But I fell like, you have poles. I swoop, swoop, hairline fracture, no ligament damage, no muscle tears. Took six weeks to heal. I wrote left-handed. It was hilarious. It looks like a 5-year-old did the finances in my old job there. It was great. So those are my broken bones. How many TVs do I own? I do own a secondhand TV now, but I don't watch like TV on it. It is the second screen for my computer. I don't have cable or anything like that. What's the worst pain I've had? Ligament tears are pretty bad. They are. I'm not sure. Having your digestion just stop, that hurts a lot. I don't know. I've had some things happen that have been, we can't talk anymore. Everything's nonverbal, but I don't know which one's the worst. Oh well. Do I like to dance? Yes, I do. I love dancing. Some people say I'm good at it. Some people don't say I'm not good at it. I don't care. I just have fun. I don't think you have to be good at it to like it. Do you like camping? Yes, I do. It's been way too long since I've been camping. I would love to go camping again soon. Am I weird? Yes, definitely. And I love being weird. Weird is like my favorite thing. And I get to tag 6 friends, and I don't know if I know enough people who haven't already done this one. So I'm gonna try. Blackpack tagged me, so I am gonna link you back to Blackpack's video, and I'm gonna count that as a tag because I'm like that. I hear Wild Edibles has already done it. I don't know if Wild Edibles wants Mike the Caveman to do it. Maybe. Quinn Demand. Gonna tag. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll just tag channels up there. Quinn Demand, I'll go comment on you somewhere, but I think you should do this, but you don't have to. Nobody is in this has to do it. It's fine. Food Forest Permaculture. Howie, have you done it already? Let's find out. Maybe you did. I don't know. I've been watching. I have your notifications turned on, but I don't know. I've been trying. Maybe Punky Rooster would be willing to do it if you haven't already. I don't feel like I know you that well, but I love your content, and I think you should go check out Punky. And Walt. Punky Rooster is like a little like city suburban homestead. Super cute, great ideas. Does hydroponics, has the greenhouse, does mushroom spawns, all kinds of stuff. Quinn Demand is a Pittsburgh-focused, exploring beautiful videos of like drone footage. I love it. Wild Edibles is a little homestead up in Canada, which is awesome. And Food Forest Permaculture is the other side of Canada, another permaculture, food forest type of thing going on there. And Walt Revan is down a little more south than me. I think he said North Carolina or something like that. I don't remember, I forget. But he does a lot of mushroom exploring and outdoors type of stuff, like outdoor equipment, outdoor interactions, camping and hiking, and why am I blanking on the word for the thing? Oh well. The thing where you go and build structures in the woods and just use what you got. Very old style type of camping and interacting with nature. So that's Walt. And I will have tagged everybody. So if you missed it, go back a little bit and watch for the little tags to pop up. I'm only allowed to do 6. So you'll see hopefully all 6 up there. All right. That's everything. And because I'm just one person, I did it in half the time that Blackpack did it, which makes sense to me because they answered for 2. And I hope you enjoyed this. I don't have much else to say. Thank you so much for visiting the cliffside. And this wasn't technically permaculture, but we're surrounded by permaculture, so there. Take care. Bye.